Hi, kids. It's Pastor Monty. I'm really glad we could spend a few minutes together.
Hey, Pastor Monty, guess what I've been up to?
I have no idea, Al. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been working really, really hard to become more and more like Jesus this week.
Man, that's wonderful, Al. Well, what have you been doing to be like Jesus?
Well, it all started on Monday. I decided to put my flashlight on a stand in the middle of my house, and I turned that bad boy on and just let it shine. Just like Jesus said.
What?
Yeah, and that's not all. Then I went and I bought some mustard seeds, and I planted each and every one.
And why did you do that, Al?
Well, my mom said it was hard for her to drive over the mountains to see my grandma, especially in the winter. So I thought I'd move it with these mustard seeds that I planted.
Al, that's not what Jesus was talking about at all.
But wait. You're going to be really proud of me on this one. That's not all I did.
Okay.
Okay, then I took some money from my mom, and I hid it in the house. You know, just like Jesus talked about.
You hid your mom's money in the house.
Yeah, but don't worry. She found it. She was angry, but she found it. I tried to explain to her that I was trying to let her be more like Jesus, but I don't think she understood.
No, I'm not sure she's the one who didn't understand, Al.
Oh, what do you mean, Pastor Monty? I was trying to be like Jesus by doing the things Jesus talked about. Not hiding my light and mustard seeds moving mountains and helping my mom to leave the rest of her money so she could find that little bit that she lost.
Al, have you ever heard of a parable?
Yeah, it's those parachutes with a fan on the back.
No. That's a paraglider.
Oh, well, then it's a symmetrical open plane curve formed by the intersection of a cone with a plane parallel to its sides.
No, that's a parabola. And how do you know what a parabola is at your age?
That's because my teacher says I'm math-tastic.
Well, I'm sure you are.
Yes, I am.
But a parable isn't any of those things.
Really?
No, it's a little short story with kind of a surprising ending.
Oh.
And Jesus told parables, like you talked about, to each of us to teach us important things he wanted us to remember.
Oh.
And he used parables because, well, one, they're easy to understand.
Yeah.
Using parables, he taught what God wanted us to do, and why he came to earth.
Okay.
But he used things we could understand. The people could, like cooking and farming and animals and coins and traveling, like
and mustard seeds? Yeah.
Exactly. Because, well, stories are easier to remember, Al.
Yeah, they are.
They're also easier to remember to tell somebody else.
Very much so.
That's right. And then Jesus also used parables because he wants us to pay attention.
Oh.
And parables make us pay attention and even kind of help ask God and maybe our parents, what does that really mean?
Oh, wow.
So, after you understand them, they really make it a lot easier to remember what Jesus is trying to teach us.
Well, do you have an example, Pastor Monty? I just want to make sure I understand.
I really do. Let's go back
Okay.
and look at the parable that you kind of talked about with the coin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's look at what Jesus actually said.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm listening.
Here's what he said.
Yes.
Suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one.
Okay.
Won't she light a lamp
Yeah.
and sweep her whole house and search really carefully until she finds it?
Yep.
And then when she finds it, she will call in all her friends and neighbors and say, "Rejoice and be happy with me because I found my lost coin."
Yep, just like I remember the story.
Right. But then Jesus goes on to say,
Oh, yeah?
in the same way,
Yeah?
there's joy in the presence of God's angels when even one sinner repents. So do you think it's only about finding a coin?
I'd never heard that last part before. So he wasn't talking about just finding money. He was talking about sinners who get saved?
Exactly, Al.
Wow, that makes so much more sense.
It does. Coins are important, and we look for them when we get lost.
Yeah,
That's true.
Like my mom.
That's right, your mom.
Yeah.
But Jesus is telling us that to God, people are more important to him.
Yeah.
And when someone accepts Jesus as their Savior, they're no longer lost.
Yeah?
And God and all heaven rejoices.
That's awesome. But are you saying that I shouldn't go and ask my parents for their inheritance and then go hang out with pigs on the farm?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Al.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to probably leave, Pastor Monty. I need to go tell those little piggies. 'Cause they're going to be really disappointed. I promised them a little piggy party, and I guess that all turned out to be hogwash. Well, bye, Pastor Monty.
We'll see you, Al. Kids, We can learn a lot from Jesus' parables, his stories, and the Bible if we really want to do what it says. Now, if we don't want to listen and obey God, then the Bible and the parables really won't make much sense to us sometimes. Now, is there someone that you can tell this parable about the coin to? Let them know how important they are to God. I hope you have a really great week, and we'll see you next time.